Hello and welcome to Transport Fever. So today I'm re-recording this episode for the second time because unfortunately I had an issue with my microphone, so lost a little bit of stuff, so all good. What I want to say quickly is we had a comment on my video that said, yeah, we don't reach the 400 yet. That's completely right. So we will increase it a little bit to have another train here. The person also said it's maybe not connected to a depot, I think, but actually it definitely is. Like the train is coming out here in Neuss, and it's making its way across here to the bridge here, then over here to Neuss. So that should be fine. And the thing that I was working on before, unfortunately, the recording crashed, was like to talk about. It didn't crash, like the microphone didn't work really. Junctions. Why? Because we have already some situations. I think we have one coming up here where basically trains are blocking each other. Very easily they're blocking each other. As you can see that now this train has to completely go to a halt. And of course that means that, well, in this case it's not so big thing because it's kind of a branch line to a factory, but a lot of times it can also happen on the main line. And if it happens on the main line, that's really, really bad because it means basically that things are very ineffective. And I think one place where it's very ineffective is also here right now, where these trains are trying to get in and out of this factory here. And I want to try to optimize that a little bit by, firstly, I want to move the main line a little bit more towards whatever direction that is, just to make it a bit more in that direction. And then make these joints a little bit more effective by using bridges, because currently they're interrupting the main line quite a lot when they're going into this factory, and there's a huge amount of traffic going into this factory. So for that reason, I think it's very reasonable to optimize that. Right. So let's start with actually this road, because it's definitely gonna be in the way when we move the main line a bit over. And then we actually are going to use the main line to here, and yes, you can do that in this game. It's very awesome. It's not like OpenTTD where, well, I don't want to complain about OpenTTD, but you cannot do a lot of like stuff easily in OpenTTD because it crashes, which is, it's realistic and it isn't, you know, like in reality, of course, you would take the trains off the network. You would not do like these operations in the network like while the trains are running. Ideally, you know, in realism you wouldn't have crashes either, obviously, but in this game it's just a bit more simplified, and OpenTT is a bit more challenging maybe, but challenging in a way where it's a little bit more on the tedious side rather than on the trying to figure it out side, at least in this aspect. But as I said, I don't want to dig on OpenTTD. It's an amazing game, so if you're into it, even though the graphics don't look as attractive maybe as this one, it's a very, very worthwhile game to pick up. It's a lot of fun, and it's for free, so there's really no excuse to not give it a quick try. But here we are in Transport Fever, so let's sing the merits of that. And that one of the merits is like we have a beautiful bridge here. Oh my, look at that. Nice, like it. Hopefully it will not make our work a little bit harder. Yeah. So now we want to do this T-junction thing, and I want to keep them separated because it makes a lot of stuff really easy, I think, comparatively, if you want to make like a T-junction with just, yeah, whatever. So, effective joints. Effective joints are using basically bridges and tunnels, ideally. So we would try to come out here. I would love it if it was 50 at least. And then we want to go up, 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 up. Why? Because we're gonna jump over that here. Yes. And here, one of the small downsides of this game comes to play, because a lot of times the way it positions things here for bridges is not ideal, but this looks damn near perfect, so I'm very happy with this. And that will just go straight into this bad boy. Very nice. And then this will go, well, it should be going ideally right next to that, and then into this. that is very nice. That's much more effective for sure. And now for part 2 of this, it's going to be this one. So this one is going to be also jumping over here ideally. Well, technically, since we have this bridge already, could we just go under? I'm asking myself. And it seems the answer to that is yeah, we can. Very good. That should be enough clearance. My god, this works out beautifully. In the previous recording I was messing around with this for like 20 freaking minutes. Cool. I like it. Alright, so then the other one would be like to get this one here in. So we're gonna get that close to it and then also join it up here. And that is actually kind of it already, pretty much. The only thing that's missing is signals. That's why these trains are a little bit stopped here. So here we have to be a bit careful where we do the signals. So here can be a signal and here can be signals because it's far away. Then we put signals here on the bridge. This one was incorrectly positioned. It should be this way around. So then we can do signals here. We cannot do signals there. But you can do them here. And then afterwards you have them there. That seems fine. So there's one signal there. Another one we can do here. This one is also far enough out. Maybe one more in this section. And then here it's also fine, more or less. Actually, this actually should work. Let's see. No path. You're lost, huh? Why is that, buddy? Where do you want to go? The ore transit. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure, buddy. You should be able to find your path. Maybe you just got a bit confused. We can all get a bit confused sometimes, but it seems like that worked it out, just to turn them around. But yeah, man, this much better than I expected it to work. This is fine. This is very fine. And you can see now here the mainline train is tucking along here as well. And hopefully that will make this quite a bit better, which is one of our main problematic junctions. Okay, we have an interesting conundrum here. Ah yes, that one I also saw last episode. The problem is actually that these trains are too long. Yeah, we built the station too short to accommodate these trains. So, yeah. Reluctantly, I will then make the executive call here to say manage vehicles, put the express, edit, and we're gonna remove it onto 120. Because then it can actually fit into the junction again, because the problem is that the switch here, it cannot reach this switch here, basically. Yeah, and the same problem will on this one, because it's also coming into that station. So here we also have to do manage the vehicles, and we have to reduce it down to 120, I said, right? Yeah, 120. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but yeah, now it is in front of that switch. You can see it's still longer than the platform, so it's still a problem, but we can do an optimization here, and I will. So we will firstly move that main line as well a little bit, yeah, to come in a little bit closer to that thing. So we'll just kind of go like, well, a bit more sharp if possible. I guess we just remove it, because I think it's gonna be bugging out if I don't. Yes, yes, yes. Stop yelling at me. Okay, I know. All is bad, all is really bad. So this one also not so sharply here, so this is gonna be fine. We're just gonna come along on top here. Ooh, 76, 70? Why is that? Strong curvature, huh? I guess we can work around that a little bit, making it a tiny bit less sharp if we move this track a little bit back. Yeah, 150, and then a small tunnel. Oh, that's a nice touch. That doesn't feel like it's connected somehow, but it is, right? Yeah. Yeah. Miniature tunnel. Yeah, why not? Let it be. Okay, and this one, the passenger one here, was it connected like as a Y junction, right? It was, because it needs to go also... No, it was not. It was only connected southwards, right? Yeah, for sure. Okay, then easy peasy. The only thing is we kind of want to go... Well, if we want to make an effective junction with like a bridge, then this tunnel is a little bit in the way. Now we could try to get up here. We could. I'm a little bit worried about that, but it's possible that that works out. I'm not so sure about it. Nah, man, that's not... I don't feel that at all. I suppose we will just go ahead and do the normal stuff here. Just be normal. Yeah, I think the traffic here is very reasonable, because we have like 1 or 2 trains here in that. And then, yeah, well, actually one thing we need to do, of course, is to extend that platform. That's the whole point of this. So that's right, 4 of them. I think so. 120, 160, yeah, 120 is 3, so it's each of them is 40 meters. I think so. Yeah, platform roofs, of course. And then we can give it a little bit of a crossover, as it may be called, I'm not sure. Like so. Yeah, hey, man, reasonable. And then a little bit of cleanup. Lovely tunnel. And then a handful of signals. Just throwing them around a little bit liberally. Like here. Then here, and then we can place maybe one back here. Then here we also can place a signal, but then the next one can only be here. Here can be one, and then here after the junction as well. Yeah, something like that should be fine. This train is a little bit confused by its purpose. I understand that. I don't know, will it be able to find its way? Maybe. How about these trains? If I can manage them again, and I can Add a few compartment cars until it's 160. And this one, 160. Yeah. Okay, then turn them around. Okay. Hey, that's all fairly good, right? Yeah, I mean, of course it's not, it can sometimes stop, but that's always the case on the network, but that does look like a small improvement here. I like it a lot. So now we improved already 2 things. That's really good. This is another junction here that I kind of hate a little bit, to be honest. Not sure if I want to touch that right now. It's also missing the junction here. So the next thing I want to do is probably introduce a new factory, which is going to be the plastic one. I don't want to do it right now because I think we will not play this episode for that long. So I'm looking for something to optimize. Maybe that is a little bit smaller, but still reasonable to do. What could that be? Well, this station here is another one that is a through station, and this one is also a through station. I don't like that there's these through stations because basically when there's trains unloading and loading here, what happens is they can block traffic, for example, from the forest up here that wants to go, well, technically it wants to go here, but it might block traffic from, what would it block? Well, this train station here definitely can block something because it's getting pickups from, that actually gets deliveries from plates, not plates, what do you call them? Planks. So the plank train comes here and it stands in the station, but at the same time a plank train wants to go from here to here. So these type of through stations, they are definitely a little bit of a blocker. They're less than ideal for that reason. So since basically right now at least we don't need to deliver anything except planks here, we do the pickup here with the boats, which I'm not sure is a good idea still. I mean, basically did that only for network reasons, I think. We could move the station to make things a lot simpler, or we build a much more effective joint, but right now there's only one train going for here, and I think there would always only be one train because it's such a short distance. And there might be in the future a tools pickup train, yes, instead of the boats. That would go in the other direction because we have to bring the tools, well, to Neuss and also to Vellberg. Not sure about this station, if it's worth to invest here a lot. So maybe let's look at this one instead. So what's the problem here with this one, basically? So it's also a messy one. The main problem is that it looks ugly, actually. Yeah. So the wood, where does the wood need to go? The wood needs to go always in this direction. So there's never any reason why it wants to go in this direction. That does simplify things a bit because we can then make just a pass over here to join into that. That would help. Then here. Yeah, this one we can avoid, basically, that's my point. So yeah, let's do that quickly. Let's just do it iteratively, and then we're starting here with the wood station. So the factory connection of the wood station here will no longer be like so. But we will find very quickly here a different mode for it, which will be something like this. We're gonna come out here, as we discussed previously. I think around 50 meters should be fine to get a nice X going. It's actually a bit curved how I built this. That's probably not so good. Let's try that again. They're about 50 meters. Again. And this one. Okay, and now the idea of ideas is to go up. Yeah, let's see about that. Let's take a look. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah, come on. Yes. So, and you basically just go ahead and jump over that as well. Do higher, higher, higher. Come on, higher, not so high. Something, yeah, something in that area could be good. And then join that just down here. And this one, we have to go also over here. So that's a very wide bridge, but looks reasonable enough, except for the very steep going down. Maybe makes sense to be a bit more up. Wow, this is really high, huh? But why not? I mean, for a factory entrance, it's crazy actually, to be honest, to build such bridges. Too much slope. Alright, I get it. Yeah, we would have to run it out a little bit longer. Something like that. I mean, it's just too high. That's the problem. Let's just figure this one out. Yeah, it doesn't need to go so high. That's really the main issue. I think we can do that better. The general principle, yes. But we need to get a little bit lower here with this to be more reasonable. Yeah, we're just trying to go down here already. Yes, 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 yes. It needs to go down already a bit. And over here, probably also, but maybe we can keep it a little bit higher still. Maybe like this. That could be. Okay, so let's try to get a slope in here. That's okay. And that is the other half of the equation. That will be looking pretty ugly, I guess, right? Is it? No, it actually looks pretty reasonable-ish. Does it? Does it look reasonable? Let's say it's not the worst, but hey, we can do a tiny bit better, I think. Come on. Go down like this, a bit straighter, and then you can join in somewhere down here in a more nice way. And this one will have a signal here. Signal can be there. Here, there can be a signal there. And then obviously a signal there. Let's say here and there as well. Okay, you're just gonna, you know, straight up drive into that train now. I guess that didn't really register it. So let's see about that. Okay. When in doubt, we'll just do this type of nonsense, and that will reset something. Okay, come on. So, buddy, you want to maybe get the hell out of here? Yes, come on. All right. Yeah, it's also a little bit of a mess, not as much as OpenTDD, but to say it all works without interruption is also a bit of an overstatement, so you have to be realistic. One. And come on. It's always the second one that's causing trouble. Oh, new boat. Oh, locomotive. 100 kilometers per hour. Alright. Alright, now we're cooking. This is gonna be great. Tank cars with 80 kilometers per hour. Guys, like, this is gonna be great. Gondolas, 80 kilometers per hour. We're really making progress here. Wow, 1900s already. Okay, alright. That's gonna be coming up next episode though. That we take a look at that. But for now, I'm very reasonably surprised with this. Obviously, as you see, this is not ideal, but I'm gonna let it slide, I think. Would be pretty hard to make that better right now. I think so. Alright, I will end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Take care. Have a nice rest of your day.